Welcome back, denizens of the Omniverse, for episode 3 of the new season of Scrubs. I'm just going to call it the new season, just because Hulu and Disney Plus both are labeling it season 1, but everybody else is calling it season 10 for what it is. I think it's some kind of like a legal thing or something like that. I have no idea. Either way, for all intents and purposes, it's season 10 to me. So that's how I've been labeling everything, but just to save face and not get myself confused, I'm just going to say the new season. But our first 2 episodes last week really just got us right back into the swing, almost as if we just took a little break from these characters. Like, it does feel like we are just checking back in with them years after the events of season 8 and just seeing where everybody's at. It feels a little bit more mature, but only in the way that these characters might be, because the way they're telling these stories and the way these characters deal with all of this sort of stuff, it still feels very true to them. And I think everybody has just slid back into these shoes so easily. And I'm excited, man. Honestly, that first episode might be one of my favorite episodes of the series. I really like the way it just builds upon everything that came prior to it, and just kind of entering this new phase of the world. And for JD and his life, his work, his career, bringing him back, that moment with him and Cox, that moment with Turk and his burnout. There's a lot of really, really great moments in that first episode. And the second episode is very much so JD getting accustomed to his new role as chief of medicine now. So I'm excited to see how this continues to evolve, what kind of fun shenanigans we get into, how much more it's going to tug at our heartstrings, and yeah, so let's get ready to strap in. As always, if you want to see the full-length reaction to this, without all the edits and the muting, all the crazy stuff we got to do to get this stuff posted on YouTube, you can check that out over on Patreon. You also get a little bit early access because I'm watching these live as they come out over on ABC. So you can check that out over there. You get the same thing for all the other shows and movies we cover on the channel. You also can suggest and vote on movies to react to each month. It's just a great way to support the channel, helps do things do over here. But at the end of the day, really appreciate it. Enjoy this reaction. To least leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if not already, because it really helps these videos out. And that all said out of the way, let's get ready to hop into episode 3, my rom-com. Here we go.
There was nothing more fun than rounding with my interns, especially when I had a curveball.
His urinary pain could be due to kidney stones.
Wrong. Or urethral strictures? Wrong. What about prostatic hypertrophy? All great guesses, you guys, and all soups wrong. Brace yourselves. It's chlamydia. These days, they are turning it up in the old folks' home like it's Burning Man, right, Mr. Billings?
Yep.
Yeah, he gets it.
Ew, wait, is that why my grandma doesn't want me to visit?
Yes, Tosh. Your Nana loves threesomes.
Yes, she does.
Yes, she does.
Bang until the end, Fox.
I mean, that's very true. Some weird shit happens at those funeral homes. Not that, nursing homes, man. I've heard some wild stories about some of the shit that goes down. I mean, once you're knocking on death's door, you know what? Fuck it, let it all fly, man, I guess. God, anyway.
What the hell? Did you actually change the orders on my patient?
Well, technically, as your boss, he's my patient, too.
I'm starting to think we can only hang out with one of them.
Well, if they can't be our couples friends, who are we gonna hang out with?
My sister and her husband.
We hate them. Is that just me?
Did I say that out loud?
He's using his position as chief against me. He just had these installed, and he knows these dispensers don't work for me. Maybe I just can't figure out the rhythm?
Or maybe you don't have any.
I'm telling you, JD had them installed to drive me crazy.
Those things don't work for me either. I just thought they were racist and didn't work for black or brown people.
Oh, look at that.
What timing?
Listen, Carla thinks we need to find new couples friends, so you might want to keep the peace so we can still hang out. Worst case scenario, we annihilate anyone that comes between us.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
What exactly are you going to do to anyone who comes between you?
Look, baby, you know you my
nothing.
world, but this right here, I mean, this is the friendship of a lifetime.
Yeah, it is.
So you never want to have sex with me again?
JD, I wish you the best with all your future endeavors.
The weapon that always does its job.
I can't do this all on my own. No, I know.
I'm no Superman. I'm like compelled to do that every time. And because I'm watching this the way I am, there are going to be ads. So that's when I could talk about stuff. So a little bit more easily. I love that opening though, like, cause it is setting the stage, cause already coming out of the divorce, coming out of everything going on that we've kind of missed out on, you know, entering into this new dynamic with JD, not only just back in her life and seeing him every day, he is now her boss. And he's not completely wrong, I don't feel like, about everybody here being his patients, but stepping over people like that, like, is not, like, the perception is not going to be able to be wiped away so easily. She's obviously going to feel the way she feels about it, even if he has jurisdiction to do that either way. You know, it's not like Dr. Cox didn't do that when he was walking around. He most certainly did a time or two, but it's definitely causing some issues. And now also, coming in between Turk and Carla's, you know, not even Turk and Carla's relationship with them. It's like going right back to like square one in season 1 when JD and her hooked up for a second, then they didn't know how to navigate that when they split.
I hope you're crying your car tonight.
I'll have you know I cry in my car every night. Nurse, can you please show Mr. Sharp to his room or an
Valid.
empty elevator shaft?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You cannot talk to a patient like that.
But that man
Sure
is a
you
nightmare.
can.
I told him he had high cholesterol, and he told me to go get him a man doctor. Then he gave me a 1-star review.
Doctors are being reviewed more than ever on sites like Rate Your Doc.
They introduced that in like season 7.
I wish
Or
that
8.
little twink came with subtitles.
Yeah, I don't know what you guys are talking about. Mine are all 3 stars.
It's a 5-star system, Blake.
That changes things.
Yes, it does.
You have to let it bounce off you like bullets off a Wonder Woman's bracelets. Pew, 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 pew.
I really wish I'd come up with a more masculine metaphor.
Well, those reviews follow you around. Have you read yours lately?
Tosh, I am a seasoned physician, okay? I haven't read those things in years, and I certainly don't plan to start now.
I'm going to start the
Oh, he's-
second I'm away from them.
Yeah.
Look, gang, healthcare is a service industry, and the customer is always right.
I want you to let me die. I know
Oh.
end-stage heart failure sounds bleak, but
My cardiologist says I'd have to wear my heart in a backpack.
the LVAD is implanted in your heart. However, the external operating system is housed in this backpack.
Yeah.
Think of your family.
My husband and I are estranged. We never had any children. So I'd live a little longer. What kind of life would that be?
I'll call hospice care to start the paperwork. First, I wrote something that might change your mind. What if hell is real?
What the fuck?
I'm sorry.
What
but
if
the hospital
in a
is low
few
on
minutes
organ
you were
donors,
going
and
to
she looks like
meet
she's made
Satan?
of good stuff.
Get how Georgia feels. Who would want to spend the rest of their days attached to some
Oh my
big, awkward
God.
medical device?
My robot's here!
What?
Hey,
Valid.
no touching. No touching. Excuse me, thank you.
That was the case with my dad, and I get that. That's the case with a lot of people.
That is what's up, girl, Dad.
Stop kissing my ass. I haven't decided who's training on her first.
I can't wait to use the 3D HD vision, the tremor filtration, and the wristed instruments that surpass human hand range of motion.
And I can't wait to slice somebody open with it.
Amara goes first.
Well, yeah, she was like, I can't wait to slice and dice.
I am happy for you.
Why are you talking like that?
It's my robot voice.
Oh, it's fun. Thank you.
Oof. That was awkward.
It had been years since I'd taken a gander at my reviews, but so far these weren't to a quarter of a star.
Pickle Pie 3214 says I'm, quote, a narcissist who's not fit to run a hospital or a 5K.
I can tell that hurt you, but as you told me...
I was too mad, so I tuned Tosh out to sound like the grown-ups in the Peanuts.
Oh, but also Elliot.
Stop Charlie Browning me.
Bah. She knows his game.
She's refused treatment. The hospital is overcrowded, and we need beds, Elliot. None of this is personal, okay?
Well, it feels personal, JD. Like those new paper towel dispensers, you know they don't sense my...
Cold, pasty death mitts?
Still with the cold hands.
I gotta make some cuts around here, Elliot.
Thanks for the new bumper, Chief. You even sprung for the heated seat I wanted. My toasty buns, thank you.
That is a standard feature when you go with emerald green. Careful.
Oh, that
He's
was
got it set
poor,
to super
poor
shine.
timing. Oh! Oh!
That felt personal!
That was a good fall. A+ on that stunt person there. Holy shit.
We're gonna get this patient home to his family. Remember, it's tiny movements. It's like steering a car. Push the gas. Yeah, it's too much gas. Brakes.
Uh-oh.
Where's the
Oh. That
was a massacre.
Thank goodness that wasn't a heart.
I thought you said you studied up on this.
I did. It's just all the driving metaphors were confusing me.
Who doesn't get driving metaphors?
Someone who doesn't know how to drive.
Well, they didn't have driver's ed at my school.
Well, I mean, I didn't either. Well, we did, but I wasn't in it.
Homeschool kid. That makes perfect sense. I just thought you were weird.
So you guys think homeschool kids are weird?
Yes.
No.
No.
I never got bullied, and I almost won prom queen twice, but my brothers always voted for my mom.
That's terrible. Oh my God.
Say someone did get a bad review and he, she, or they wanted to get it taken down. What would all those people do?
You can't.
Oh, great. So great.
Oh, so it looks like I'm not the only one with thoughts on your performance as chief.
Oof.
If it bothers you so much, then just use the technique we learned in couples counseling. I mean, just vent everything you wish you could say into a voice note.
Again, couldn't care less. Voice note. I don't love Elliot telling me what to do.
Sibby's talking to her next of kin.
His name is Arthur. He's so sweet. I'm picturing him as the little guy from Up, the old one, not the chubby Asian Boy Scout one.
I wouldn't be able to bear it if I couldn't see her one last time to tell her how I feel. I'm getting on a bus.
This is just like a real-life rom-com, and I'm here for it.
Oh, I bet he's wearing one of those tiny little hats like Ryan Gosling in a Notebook.
Oh. Okay, he's the old guy from Up. I thought we agreed on that.
Oh my God. Defensive much. I like my comparison more. I've seen neither of those movies still, though.
You expect me to perform an unscheduled software update, causing the medical record system to go down for hours.
Look, I know it sounds crazy, but it's to help an old lady.
Don't call yourself old, baby. You fine.
It's not for me, it's for a real old lady.
It's a deal. Ooh, I do like a wet hand.
What is wrong with you?
Several things. That's why they're not allowed to fire me.
All right, Dennis. It's like Jurassic Park.
The whole digital system just shut down.
What? This is
Very bad.
I know that because I'm
A narcissist.
in charge.
My God, this is spiraling quickly. I wonder if any level of it, as much as he hasn't acknowledged it, is about Elliot. Because there's a lot of things that are just like, it's very coincidental. Like with the janitor thing, the updates, the paper towel dispensers, the patient. But then again, I really do think it just it just happens to be the stuff Elliot's fixated on or cares about.
Okay, everyone, the system is down, but not to worry. Turk and I are gonna figure this out.
Why are you dragging me in on this?
I'm not dragging, begging.
Arthur, are you off the bus?
I am. I'm right outside St. Vincent's.
No, that's the wrong hospital. It's Sacred Heart.
Okay, is there any chance you have access to a large amount of balloons?
Aw.
Will she give me a good review?
She's in heart failure. I'll make sure she gives you one right before her life leaves her body.
Sweet. I bet she'll use that wounded heart emoji.
All right.
So cold.
Before the system is back, until then, we're using paper charts.
Going old school.
Writing. Haven't done this since primary school, but not a problem.
Dude, chill. Relax.
At least hide it with your clipboard.
Don't be crass. I just admire her.
You better ask her out, or someone else will. Maybe even me.
You wouldn't, would you?
He's kind of the new JD in a way.
So you may have grown up differently, but you are a surgical intern now, and you're living your best life.
Not really. I live with my aunt.
You're living with your cool auntie. Was she single? She smokes a little weed?
I have 2 chubby cousins who bully me and an uncle I've only ever heard talk twice.
Ew.
But Shauna, what if that grape had been a real person?
Look, Amara, stop. It was a grape.
I mean, that's why you're practicing. That's why you're not getting ready
I
for a
can't
real
even drive.
person. A lot of people can't drive.
Maybe I should
especially
just be a
in
mortician
cities.
like my quiet uncle. Can't kill people if they're already dead.
I mean, well, yeah, that's a good point. Valid profession as well. You know, why not? But come on.
When we get in here, please Don't talk.
You got it.
You've been warned about tampering with the hospital's network. I must hand down punishment.
And then Turk said something that would haunt me forever.
As a dungeon master of our Sunday afternoon Dungeons and Dragons campaign, I revoke the amulet of Ursai.
Oh, that gave me plus 11 charisma. Needed to seduce the siren a draft more.
Oh, she ain't coming near your ass now.
Turk playing D&D? I never would have thought.
About what you just witnessed in there, my wife thinks I play golf on Sunday afternoons. I'd appreciate it if it stayed that way.
Your nerd secret is safe with me.
I was like, why wasn't I invited is what I would have expected.
Aw, what else can he say?
What is wrong with her?
I know everything, Elliot, and as your boss...
Oh, here we go.
When
Could you
Elliot
stop
and I
doing
fight,
that?
It goes from 0 to 60 pretty fast.
Oh! Whoa!
Disagreement has turned into an all-out battle royale.
Our marriage has been nothing but head games.
I can do that dirty bastard like SCRUBS.
Hey, JD! You know how you always complain that I never got on top? Well, happy birthday!
Holy fuck!
I'm gonna need you to go ahead and bring it down.
Her being the ref is perfect.
Why did you go this far for a patient I told you to discharge?
Obviously, you weren't listening to me, JD.
I mean, it's something that he would have done a long time ago. When he was in her position, he would have done the exact same thing.
I'm not training. I want Amara to do it.
Aww.
Back in the day, I got the chance to do my first laparoscopic cholecystectomy, but the Todd really wanted it, so I gave it to him.
Really?
No, Deshauna, we're surgeons. We take what we want.
You're right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take what I want.
Yeah.
I want Amara to do the surgery.
No.
Dr. Turk, look, you and I already have the confidence to go for what we want, but Amara needs some of that. And as her mentor, it is on you to help her.
Oh, wow.
You tricked me.
A little bit, yeah.
I respect that.
She's got game. I like that. Aww. Cute.
Stop following me.
It's not creepy. We're discussing work.
Hey.
In the women's bathroom.
Okay, now it's a little weird.
I just wanted my patient to know that she was still loved. Maybe then she would have let us treat her.
I understand, but you're not an intern. Sometimes patients choose to die, and you know that.
Yeah.
I guess Georgia got to me because I thought you and I would always be together. And now I guess I wonder if at the end of my life, if I'll have anyone at all. Maybe I want that couple to have a happy end to their story because it doesn't look like we're going to.
And then it hit me. I needed to remember how much I cared for Elliot. She would always be one of the most important people in my whole life.
I'm sorry I didn't listen to you, Elliot. I don't want to have all this resentment between us.
I'm so sorry, too. I care about you, JD. I will always care about you. You're my family. I just don't know how we do this.
We'll figure it out. And unlike that couple you're helping, we're not going to wait till the end of our lives to be there for each other.
There we go. Here, let me get you a paper towel. Okay, never mind. Okay. I was like, that was such an easy layup for a payoff.
Come on, let's go help your patient.
I like that a lot. They don't have to be together to be happy or there for each other or let it.
Unsure way through traffic.
Oh, now he's coming through.
You think about a hospital, the first things that come to mind are illness, death, pain, and disease. But if you look in the right places, there is also love.
Oh, we're gonna learn to drive on that. It's a place to start.
What if I crash?
I taught two daughters how to drive. There's nothing you can do that'll throw me. Break! Let's try that again. This time, maybe tap the gas.
You're doing it, Amara.
Yeah.
Look, dude, you got this.
Cute.
all right? Also, I heard Amara's some kind of weirdo shut-in, so she's got nothing to compare you to. You have a shot.
She's got no expectations. Go for it.
Yeah, totally normal.
Amara,
Go for it, man.
I was wondering if you'd like to go up.
Oh! Another great fall.
Arthur, I'm Dr. Reed.
But love is also the thing that heals us.
I knew it. He looks just like the guy from Up.
Oh my God, she's obsessed.
What are you doing here? I couldn't let you go without telling you you're a miserable cow.
Oh my God. You should die right now.
Bastard. You are the same as ever, but fatter.
Wait, maybe this is their love language.
Alive just to spite you. Put my
Or
heart
that.
in a backpack. I'll never die.
I have unlocked immortality.
Keep going, even if it's just to hate me. Wow.
Aww. Yeah. No joke.
Okay, so they like it twisted.
Hold yeah.
No judgment.
Come here.
Aw. I like that.
Okay, I have a confession to make. I'm the one who wrote that nasty review about you.
Your Pickle Pie 3214?
Aw.
It never bothered me at all.
You bitch. Oh, that was cute. I like that. She did find a reason to live. It was like, and he knew what he was doing. He was like, come on. You're my rival. You're my enemy. I can't live on without you. Hate me. Even if that's all that fuels you. Use your hatred to pursue life eternal. He's like literally turned. They're Sith. They're Sith. Those two were Sith. But I like it how Ellie and JD like found this kind of middle ground through it. And I like that we didn't like, it wasn't like a seemingly not like a season long thing. It's something we kind of like kicked under the rug now, took care of now. I'm glad it wasn't like this drag out. No Dr. Park in this episode, I just realized. Interesting. Maybe he's off today. But I need to see at least a cutaway to Turk playing D&D. And with JD getting brought in.
Fast and furious. How could you not get that?
Why didn't you just do a mad face like, and then fast? Pew!
Pew is not fast. This is fast. The wind is blowing my hair. I'm so far.
I kind of get
They
it.
fight like an old married couple.
Dancing.
You know what, Turk? I've had enough. Carla, on Sundays, when you think he's playing golf,
No.
he's living an entirely different life.
No.
He's a dungeon master. He controls an entire battalion of nerds.
Oh, uh-oh. It's on.
The Dungeon Master.
Oh God, what an end. What an end. Uh-huh. That felt like a very classic Scrubs episode with a lot, again, the way they're throwing in this new part of their lives into this. JD, again, last episode was really about JD coming to terms with like the decisions he's going to have to make and his approach to those. Him like prioritizing or balancing his priorities between helping the patients, getting what the hospital needs and keeping the hospital alive and healthy, like the business of the hospital alive and healthy. And, you know, trying to leverage or numb a little bit his people pleaser needs and desires. This one, you know, and obviously because of that, you had a little bit of that perception and animosity towards certain decisions because you can't control perception in the workplace, but it is always going to run wild and rampant. And from Elliot's point of view, you know, she's like, oh, he chose Turk's thing. He obviously is going to choose Turk because we're divorced. He hates me and blah, blah, blah. And now this, that, and the other is stacking up. And, you know, JD, I don't think he truly was doing it intentionally, but he wasn't hearing her out and why she would think the way that she was, which is kind of part of the problem. It seems like maybe even in the relationship and even when we saw it when they were dating before, you know, he wasn't hearing her. He wasn't listening, which is very evident by all the frequent daydreams he has, the tuning out even that he does, which you saw him do to one of the interns and her in this episode. Also the reviews and everybody kind of checking in on that. That was a through line of it was either season 7 or season 8 where Dr. Kelso implemented, or it had to have been season 7 then because he was retired throughout season 8, where they implemented a review system and they started kind of talking about that there, you know, where JD was the top dog in the hospital. And, you know, and obviously he's a very self-conscious person. He does think about how people think about him a lot. And Elliot was the one that left that review, which was perfect. The one that got under his skin. But I love all these little moments too, because once it came around to it through all of this, You know, it's he can't lose himself too much. This is exactly why Dr. Cox chose him to be a successor, is to strike that balance. You know, when he went in there, it wasn't to spurn or to spite her or whatever, but he needed to, because if he was in that position, he would be doing exactly the same thing she was. And I like that he kind of came around through that on the other side of it and realized that whatever their problems were can't stop them from also being there for each other, which also was kind of reflected in the old couple. You know, it was all this, oh, if she's on her deathbed, she's not one to go on. She wants to, you know, she wants to throw in the towel. She wants to go out on her own terms, not artificially kept alive through pumps and machines or whatever. And, you know, he was like, before she goes, I want to come out and talk to her. And it was kind of this thing where even through any negative altercations or whatever that happened in their past, they have this thing that kind of fuels them. And, you know, it was a playful rivalry that was built out of it. Their hatred, they kind of took kind of some joy in it. And I thought that was kind of fun because at the end of the day, they still care about each other. They wouldn't feel the way they feel if they didn't care about each other. And that's why it's so nice to see how they kind of came through that on the other side of it, is because they can't let that get in the way of everything else or stop them from being alone. You know, Elliot seeing her maybe even dying alone until that guy showed up, until JD showed up for her in the end. You know, it's that fear that, you know, at their age right now, you know, the roadway ahead's getting shorter and shorter. And she's like, okay, well, we had our run. We had our marriage. It didn't work. And now what if I die alone, you know? And then also their problems are causing an issue with them being able to integrate and hang out with their friend group because their other friends are couples. And they were their other couple, you know, to hang out with. It's just like, I love the way they kind of navigated these problems. And then also, I really like these interns a lot. I like the differences in them. The way Tosh is kind of going through this and kind of learning how to navigate the review system and like getting what she wants out of the system, and kind of a fun little like thing to help them out. You know, when she went out there is, hey, yeah, sure, I'll go do it. Is he going to give me a good review? Better. But then you have, I don't know all their names just yet. I know her name. I know Deshauna, Amara, she's the homeschooled kid, which explains her awkwardness just a tad bit. I know not everybody that's homeschooled is like that, but I'll be honest, I've known a lot of homeschooled people, and they all have kind of acted like her, not gonna lie. So like, I can connect with that experience, especially with hers. But I do think like living in a city, living in an ecosystem like this, it's not that unheard of for somebody not to learn how to drive. When you have a public transportation system that is not fucking suburban or rural West Virginia, you know, it's not uncommon for people to just, you know, take the train, take the bus, take the trolley, take the subway, take whatever, a taxi, or even Uber sometimes to get from your job to whatever. I feel like in bigger cities, it's kind of more common for people not to drive. Maybe that's not accurate at all, but she was a little self-conscious about that because everybody was using driving analogies to help her with the machine. And that's a whole other thing too. And what I thought was going to come out of that scenario before they took this turn with it was that she was studying. You know, she was studying all this, that, the modules. She knew the book smarts of it, but maybe she didn't have the physical. You can know the ins and outs of any and every procedure, but that doesn't mean you can physically perform it. There's a big difference between knowing how something's done and being able to do it. Like, I could tell you how the atom's split. I'm not going to try to split an atom. I don't know how to run the machine. You know, it's very different being put in the driver's seat and having to figure it out that way. And I thought that's what they were going to do. Like, maybe Deshauna was able to do it. Like, maybe she didn't know the ins and outs, and maybe she could direct her and she would be the one operating. You know, she just had the knack. She could do the thing, even if maybe the book smarts, the knowing, the knowledge, the details, the finer machine or mechanics of it all might not be completely instilled. But no, it wasn't simply that. It was just that they were making her feel self-conscious because they were poking at something they didn't know about. You know, her upbringing, her, you know, her homeschooling, and even in her own, oh my God. in with her, what was it? Her two brothers, her and her mom. She still lost prom queen. That slayed me. That was so good. And then just her home life seems like not great. She's just not, she doesn't have any confidence anywhere. But I love that too about these interns. They're all helping each other. Even the kind of snooty, vain asshole. I don't even want to call him that because he's not really. Like, he has this front. He's stern. He's stoic. He's confident. He's a little vain, but he's also helping English doctor with everything, you know. And he's the one that was there for him when that person died in the parking lot in episode 1 too. You know, like their friendship that's kind of building up. You know, he's helping him along and say, hey, you're obviously crushing on her. Shoot your shot before somebody else does. You're both weird. Go for it. Look at her. You know, I thought that was really cool. They're all kind of finding their ways towards helping each other out, even though they started off and they did this really fast. In the first episode, they were not gelling all that well. I mean, you had Deshauna, who didn't like Tosh at all because she was annoying. She was, you know, vlogging. She was doing her content creation at work and she was getting fed up with it. And Amara was a fan of hers, so it was just equally annoying as well. And then him, obviously not letting anybody in. And then, you know, being humbled by the end of the episode. They really kind of got over those hurdles real fast with these interns. And now it's just kind of like watching them build their own relationships, build their own camaraderie, build their own support structure within their own group. And then also slowly integrating that in with everybody else, especially with Deshawn and her idolization of Turk because of who he is and what he means to this hospital and to the community and to her. And also, like, that whole little story, she's like, okay, we're surgeons, we take what we want. How about I want you to mentor Amara? I have confidence. She doesn't. She needs this. You know, it's a little reflective, and I like that because it's also growth for Turk because there's a lot of competition and competitiveness between them when he was a surgeon starting off too. You know, so it's a very different beast, a little different animal here. I love this IT guy that we got introduced to in his few little scenes. He was a character that stood out quite a lot. And then I already forgot her name. Feelings Police. That's going to be her name for right now. She has some, like, her obsession with Up. She's an awkward little egg, and I like her a lot as she just interjects into these situations. So much fun. Also, our commentators are Laverne stand-ins. I still don't know their names just yet, but like they're the ones at the nursing station, always in on the gossip, you know, like Laverne was. So I like that. I don't know. I like their commentary on everything. And then I like when the dream sequences, the way they kind of, the show just feels like the show. This whole thing with them like going down into this like wrestling ring to like throw down when the fights start to break out. And first it was JD and Elliot, and then it ended up as JD and Turk by the end of it. Was really fun. But them being the announcers, being the commentators on the fight as it was going on, because that's what's happening in the hospital as well. A lot of fun stuff. This was a really, really strong episode. So far, all of these have been, I feel like. Yeah, some good stuff. But speaking of the janitor guy, where's Janitor? I know he's in this season. He's in the season. He was in some of the promotional stuff talking about it. So I'm wondering if he will just pop up a time or two. Obviously, he's not, I would presume he's not working here full time anymore. I would have to hazard a guess, but we didn't even get to really hang out with the new janitor here. I mean, there's a lot of characters right now. More characters than when we were in the other show, as far as that goes. I mean, hell, I love though Todd is very consistent so far. That was fun. The whole opening sequence with this was also hilarious. Just all around, I think they're doing a really goddamn good job at really, really getting to the heart of the show and making it feel like it never left, but also feeling like it's learned a lot since we were here last. And I think it's done such a good job with that. Anyway, solid episode. But that's my thoughts. I would love to know what you guys thought. What did you think of this episode? sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If it did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if not already. Or if you want to see the full length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon. And speaking of before we go, want to shout out Lily Chanson, Kiana Chanel, McGreg, Angela Burr, Calvin Brindley, Sleepy Bastard, Theodore Wolf, Amy Beckett, and Ariat Coyote. Thank you guys so much for becoming saviors here on the channel, helping sponsor and support the rescues I'm going to take care of here at the office. You guys have been a tremendous help with all of that. And as always, I'm going to give a huge special thank you to all of our channel legends. You and the patrons allow us to do what we do over here. You guys are the lifeblood of this channel. You help us do everything we do over here, with the editing, to keeping up with all the changes over the monetization problems over on YouTube, the algorithm, all that crap. You guys keep us moving forward, so thank you guys. And also, you guys here on YouTube, without y'all we wouldn't be here. We're doing this for you. Love you guys. But that's this video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody. You can check it out over on Patreon. And speaking of before we go, want to shout out Lily Chanson, Kiana Chanel, McGreg, Angela Burr, Calvin Brindley, Sleepy Bastard, Theodore Wolf, Amy Beckett, and Ariat Coyote. Thank you guys so much for becoming saviors here on the channel, helping sponsor and support the rescues I'm going to take care of here at the office. You guys have been a tremendous help with all of that. And as always, I'm going to give a huge special thank you to all of our channel legends. You and the patrons allow us to do what we do over here. You guys are the lifeblood of this channel. You help us do everything we do over here, with the editing, to keeping up with all the changes over the monetization problems over on YouTube, the algorithm, all that crap. You guys keep us moving forward, so thank you guys. And also, you guys here on YouTube, without y'all we wouldn't be here. We're doing this for you. Love you guys. But that's this video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.